Hello and welcome to the lesson. Today we're going to learn how to create an image map. We'll do it by splitting an image of a map into smaller images of individual states, which we'll then be able to use as links. Here I have an HTML document with a map of the United States. We're going to use this picture to create an image map so that it'll be easy to click on individual states. I'll start by adding the UseMap attribute to the picture. I want to set the value to the name of the map, so I'll type in USA. Don't forget to precede the name of the map with a hash symbol, because we'll be using it as an ID. Let's now create the actual map. We have the map tag for this. I'll add the name attribute and set the value to USA. I'll also add an ID and set the value to USA. The map tag is a paired tag, so I have to close it. The areas of the image map will be specified between the opening and the closing tags. An area is defined by the area element. I'll add a few attributes. The first one is the shape attribute. Image maps can be composed of 3 different shapes. The simplest is the circle shape. We have to specify where exactly will the shape be placed. To do that, we'll use the coords attribute, which is short for coordinates. Next, type the actual coordinates as the values. To define a circle, we only need 3 values, the x and the y coordinates of the center, and the radius as the third value. However, the United States has no round states, so we're not really going to use this one. Another shape is the rectangle, abbreviated as RECT. Here I have to supply 4 coordinates. The first 2 are the x and y coordinates for the top left corner. The second 2 define the x and y coordinates of the bottom right corner. I'm going to create a square at the top left corner. The beginning of the coordinate system is at 0, 0. The bottom right corner will be at 100, 100. I'll add the href attribute to create a link, let's say to Wikipedia. I'll save the file and display it in a browser. We can see that a clickable 100 by 100 pixels square has been created in the top left corner. The first 2 coordinates define this vertex. The second 2 are the coordinates of this one. If I click inside the square, I'll be redirected to Wikipedia. The shapes of some states are similar to a rectangle, but in order to describe the boundaries precisely, we're going to use the last possible value of the shape attribute, which is the poly value, meaning polygon. Here we specify a pair of values for every single vertex. A polygon has to have a minimum of 3 vertices, which means a minimum of 6 coordinates to specify a triangle. And here's the biggest problem. How do I find out the exact coordinates for a particular state in the picture? Our first option would be to open the picture in a graphics editor. Then we could use the mouse to locate a particular point and read its coordinates, which may be a lengthy process. A better solution is to use an image map editor. This type of software comes in several versions, either as paid programs or freeware. I'm going to use a freeware application called Imagination Image Map Editor and open our map in it. In the menu bar, we can choose one of our 3 basic shapes, a circle, a rectangle, or a polygon. I'm going to choose polygon. Let's go ahead and select Nevada as an example. I'll click on several vertices of the border and continue around the whole state until a red line encircles the area. Let me just finish the whole border, and we'll see what the properties of the shape are. I'll rewrite the name property to Nevada. Under the name, I'll specify the page to which we're going to redirect, say Wikipedia. It's an image, so we have to provide an alternative title. Over here, I'll write the word Nevada again. I'm not going to fill in the target attribute, however. If we wanted the link to open in a new tab, we'd specify _blank as its value. Now I'll select Edit in the menu bar and then copy the coordinates. The generated HTML code will be copied to the clipboard automatically. I'll switch back to Notepad, delete the body content, and insert the generated code. I'll erase the comments generated by the editor. Now I'm left with the code of the image map where the coordinates of Nevada are specified. I'll modify the path to the picture and add backslashes to the unpaired area and IMG tags to keep the code valid. I'll save the page and display it in a browser. And here we have the state of Nevada as a link. When I move the mouse cursor across the border, the title Nevada pops up. When we click on the link, the Wikipedia page on Nevada opens up. Let's skip ahead. As you can see, I've added a couple more states using the same method as the one we used to define Nevada. When I maximize the browser, we can see that links have been created for Colorado, New Mexico, and North Dakota. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll look forward to seeing you the next time.